Yay, Gotham!
They want mass panic.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
The laugh is fabulous. Use that.
Monday, September 21st. Jump ahead to the future in the series premiere of Minority Report.
Get a good look. Because this is the last you'll see of the 2015 Nissans.
Now's your final opportunity this summer to get in on the excitement of our 2015 models during Nissan's Bottom Line Model Year-End event. For a limited time on select models, get up to $1,000 bonus cash on top of existing offers.
And get a good look at the totally redesigned Maxima.
Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Wow, this place is spectacular.
Thank you. We worked with a designer from Haverty's for a complete refresh.
You must be happy to get out of that tiny house.
Yeah, you know, when we realized how great the furniture could be, we knew we wanted more space.
How much more space?
We went from 100 square feet
To 3,000. We still have the original structure. She uses it as a yoga studio.
It's more like a tool shed.
Refresh your space with an extra $100 off every $1,000 at Haverty's. Plus, enjoy 36-month no-interest financing. Haverty's. Discover something new.
The time is now for J.J. Watt and the Texans versus Drew Brees and the Saints.
NFL preseason action this Sunday at 4 on Fox 29. Live, local, 1 hour earlier. Fox 29 10 o'clock news starts now.
The state preparing for the storm. Long lines at gas stations, store shelves cleared. Right now, dozens fear dead as Erica's high winds barrel through the Caribbean. Tonight, all eyes fixed on the storm's new track.
Right now, a state of emergency underway here in Florida. Thousands of National Guard troops are on standby. Utility crews are waiting and ready.
We have live team coverage tonight, beginning with Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel tracking the storm's latest path. Steve.
And the tracks have certainly improved during the day, and so has the intensity forecast. Last night at this time, we were dealing with a Category 1 hurricane heading into Florida. At least that was the forecast 4 and 5 days out. Tonight, much weaker, disorganized, big area thunderstorms cutting across Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Low level centered, tough to find here. And this may not last through the night. The latest coordinates, the wind's at 45, and it's moving west at 21. The best spot, or the best guess for a low-level center or anything near a center would be just off the south coast of Haiti. Here's the track as we get into Saturday. It weakens to a tropical depression, winds at 35, tracking along the coast. This is a tough road ahead. You have land interaction, you've got some mountains, eastern Cuba. You also have some wind shear, actually big wind shear on Saturday. And then a turn, it gets up over the open water once again. The wind shear slackens and a track along the west coast of Florida, bringing it up through the state as a tropical storm once again, slowly intensifying it. Our Hurricane Center is the first to admit this is a tough forecast, one of the trickier ones we've seen lately. And that error cone, of course, we could have a track more toward East Coast Florida or back into the Gulf of Mexico. The error cone starting to cut into our area now, so additional tracks, if they shift west, would put us out of that error cone, or more of our area would start to drop out. Computer model tracks this evening are interesting. Not a whole lot actually end up in Florida. Some of the better models wash this thing out as it makes its way to Cuba in the next 24 hours. And that's a pretty decent scenario, considering that it has so much against it and it really hasn't developed at all in the last couple of days. So the official forecast has that little area tropical storm winds fizzling out as it becomes a depression, and then reforming early Sunday as it moves toward the Keys and then eventually up toward Fort Myers and Naples, ending up with a small area tropical storm force winds between Naples and Fort Myers. That's Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon. And of course, in our area, we're not completely out of the bad weather. We will get rain, thunderstorms, and gusty winds starting Sunday night and Monday. And of course, the mountains playing a big impact today, cutting across it, some big mountains here across Haiti, Dominican Republic, cutting into the wind flow and disrupting the entire storm system itself. All right, Saturday looks sunny and hot. Afternoon storms, a summer-like day. Sunday, perhaps a little morning sunshine, turning breezy to windy, though, as we get into the late afternoon, and rain, at times heavy, developing Sunday night. Monday right now looks like peak winds and rain. We should see gusts to 25 to 35, just under tropical storm force, depending on the future track and whether it even holds together at all. The 11 p.m. Forecast track is coming out obviously in the next hour, and it may dissipate this storm, or we may see tropical storm watches issued for parts of South Florida. That would be the Keys. Of course, we'll watch for that update, and we'll talk more about the weekend forecast coming up.
And breaking right now, the Dominican Republic is feeling the effects of that storm. The death toll climbing tonight on the Caribbean island of Dominica. The mayor tonight telling us 20 people are confirmed dead, many others still missing. Officials say this storm setting the island back 20 years. Right now, the storm is moving over parts of Hispaniola, and there is still a chance Erica could pull apart later tonight. Jay?
Ashley, thank you. Well, despite Erica's uncertainty, many homeowners and farmers are preparing for flooding. Fox 29's Michelle Casada is live from Loxahatchee Groves tonight with more. Michelle.
Jay, Ashley, the owner of Joshua Tree Stable, says this canal just 100 feet from his property worries him. During Tropical Storm Isaac 3 years ago, it was at the brink of overflowing. He's prepping his stables for whatever Erica may bring.
Here you go, bud.
There's no storm that will catch Keith Harris by surprise.
After doing it a number of years, you have pretty much set a routine.
He runs Joshua Tree Stables in Loxahatchee Groves.
Here you go, girl.
Harris boards and looks after 10 horses that eat around the clock.
We are stocking up on hays and grains.
Ahead of hurricane season, Harris makes sure he has a working generator to power the place and enough water in his reservoir.
You give them hay, you leave the fans blowing to keep the mosquitoes away, you turn on the stereo out there, and they're happy folks.
Harris says the stable was built high enough to be flood resistant.
The key in taking care of the horses is their feet must be dry.
Tropical Storm Isaac didn't flood his stable in 2012, but its rains did drench the grounds around it. His horses didn't have much space to walk and get exercise.
Canals were almost overflowing. This entire property, except for our arenas and our barn, were under 10, 12, 13 inches of water.
The next 24 to 48 hours will tell if he'll have to lock the place down.
And it's just a matter of just maintaining a very garden-type atmosphere, and everything becomes a missile in a storm.
Animal Care and Control is urging livestock owners to move their animals to higher ground if the area is prone to flooding. Make sure you keep them behind a gate or shelter them. Now, it's also important to remember when there's heavy rain and flooding that there may be wildlife or reptiles that may be going near your home or your livestock. Reporting live in Loxahatchee Groves, Michelle Casada, Fox 29 News.
Hurricane hunters landing just moments ago, and tonight we're taking you inside Erica with the pilots as they flew through that storm. Fox 29's Jason Hackett is live in the feed room with their stunning perspective. Jason?
Ashley, pretty cool. Tonight I talked with the Tampa-based hurricane hunters as they flew inside the storm. Now, this is one of the devices they were using. They dropped this into the storm, and every 7 minutes it gathers pressure, temperature, humidity, wind direction, and wind speed. And so far, the results are encouraging. A powerful side of Mother Nature few get to see. This is a picture of Erica taken inside a hurricane hunter a few days ago. Flight meteorologist Jack Parrish is seeing the same thing tonight.
We're out here on the clear part of the storm north of Haiti.
Parrish talking to me via sat phone tonight from 45,000 feet high, cruising at a smooth 460 miles per hour over Haiti. This is the kind of jet he's flying in tonight. He says the view is changing.
It's sort of like half of a storm, and that's very unhealthy for storms and very healthy for people who live in Florida.
Parrish says what they see so far is a storm struggling to hang on, much like Danny before it. He says Erica can't stand up to other forces of nature.
Really dry air from the Saharan desert and the upper level wind shear, those two factors have been knocking the punch out of anything that's been trying to come across the Atlantic.
This is another Hurricane Hunter aircraft, but it's the same setup Parrish has tonight. All of the data and forecasts, the result of hours of stressful, delicate work. It's a job that has been enhanced and even revolutionized by better technology.
The quality of stuff that we can send out of the airplane can now be assimilated and worked with so much better than it could 10 years ago.
Parrish says his team is getting more accurate, high-resolution computer models as a result, giving researchers a better handle on intensity forecasts. However, he says there's still room to grow.
This is not a perfect science yet, but every year we go out here, we're trying to make it a little bit closer to perfect.
Now, Parrish says we aren't in the clear just yet. He says there are no guarantees it will stay this disorganized, but he says Erica is moving into a, quote, very hostile environment. Back to you.
Jason, thank you. Tomorrow, Indian River, Martin, and Okeechobee County School Districts say they will let parents know if they plan on closing school next week. The Palm Beach County School District telling us all school-based activities for Sunday are canceled, and Palm Beach County School District is announcing whether school will be held next week on Sunday. Tonight, the state making sure you're not being taken advantage of during Erica. The Attorney General activated the state price gouging hotline. State law forbids extreme price hikes on food, water, gas, and hotels. If you suspect price gouging, call 1-866-9-NO-SCAM.
And of course, we will keep a close eye on Erica's track tonight, both on air and online. You can also get the latest storm track in the palm of your hand by texting 29,000. We'll also post the latest tracks and models on the Fox 29 Facebook page.
On to some other news tonight. Right now, we have new information on a fatal shooting in Lake Park. PBSO says one person died, the victim of what appears to be an intentional shooting. It happened around 5:30 this evening near 5th Street and Date Palm Drive, just off US 1. So far, there are no leads on suspects. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers.
Stunning new details about the tragic killing of two journalists. The third victim describes how she survived the terrifying ordeal.
A Florida father takes aim at drug use, what he once done to the entire student body at UCF.
Plus, how radio operators are reaching out into the Caribbean to lend a helping hand to those in Erica's path.
Introducing Fab Life. It's all about making a life more fun and beautiful.
Fab Life starting September 14th on Fox 29.
There are other luxury cars starting around $29,900. But when put to the challenge, not one of them made this kind of, what's the word? Impact. The Audi A3, the only car in its class to receive both a 5-star overall safety rating and IIHS top safety pick.
Yes, you're right. Tread's worn. We have tires that fit your needs, and we can install them today.
Sounds good.
3 tires get you a free mini pony. Come on over. Mini pony, mini pony, mini pony, mini pony, mini pony.
Do you have any specials?
The best prices on any brand of tires every day, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Tires Plus offers everyday guarantees without the gimmicks, like our 59-minute quick tire install with appointment, or you get $59 back and a free oil change. That's another plus from Tires Plus.
Technology. It has the power to completely blow our minds. And when AT&T and DirecTV get together, your mind will stay completely intact because their internet isn't getting any faster. This changes nothing. Welcome to the moment no one's been waiting for.
The fastest internet and the best TV experience is already here with X1, only from Xfinity.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the leading-edge connectivity of the Lexus ES. With available technology to help you find just what you're looking for. Come in to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our most luxurious models. Lease the 2015 ES350 for $329 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
When you've been in a relationship for a while, things can get predictable. But when I come back this fall, I'm here to spread the love.
I'll surprise you every day.
Weekdays at 5 on Fox 29.
The time is now for the NFL. For quick feet, soft hands, and the snap of the ball. For J.J. Watt and the Texans versus Drew Brees and the Saints.
NFL preseason action this Sunday at 4 on Fox 29.
Live in the newsroom right now with major new developments tonight on the murders of 2 journalists in Virginia earlier this week. Tonight, we're learning stunning new details from the 3rd victim of this incident. Vicki Gardner is describing the attack from her hospital bed. She says she survived by curling up in a ball. The gunman, Vester Flanagan, shot and killed Allison Parker and Adam Ward and injured Gardner. Police say he was wearing a bulletproof vest and was heavily armed. The medical examiner revealed both Parker and Ward suffered gunshot wounds to the head. Now, Gardner is expected to make a full recovery after undergoing surgery to her back and her abdomen. WDBJ has continued to deliver the news since the broadcast, with reporters flying in from across the country to help that grieving staff. Ashley?
All right, Jay, thanks. Right now, students at Florida Technical College claim they're being recruited to join ISIS. The students say they were first contacted on social media by people claiming to be affiliated with the Islamic State group. The school's president says 3 people even showed up on campus and handed out flyers. Tonight, the FBI is investigating. A Florida father on a mission to fight drug use takes his fight to UCF, saying students should be randomly drug tested. Timeshare mogul David Siegel's daughter died in a drug overdose. He met with UCF's president to discuss randomly testing students. Siegel called it a productive meeting, but he says he was not able to convince those university officials.
Caught on camera, police just releasing video of a naked man tearing apart an Alabama convenience store while high on meth. Officers say the man smashed a window with a fire extinguisher and began wreaking havoc. Cameras show the man tossing electronics into a sink and then breaking whatever was close by. He's now in jail on drug and burglary charges.
All right, preparations for Tropical Storm Erica happening right now across the state. Fox's Lisa Greenberg reporting for us tonight in Fort Myers.
Well, folks here in Southwest Florida are really getting prepared for Tropical Storm Erica. At grocery stores like this, Publix here, folks are stocking up on water and granola bars. I'm told they're flying off the shelves. And it's also a similar situation at home improvement stores, where I'm told one even sold out of generators. Now, local fire departments are also giving residents free sandbags in case they want to protect themselves and their homes from flooding. Now, you got to remember, a lot of these people went through Hurricane Charlie about 11 years ago. So they're just saying no matter how severe this storm is, they just want to be prepared. That's the latest here in Southwest Florida. Reporting in Cape Coral, I'm Lisa Greenberg.
All right, all eyes on Tropical Storm Era. We are about 35 to 45 minutes right now from the next track, the 11 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Of course, the last track that we had a significant shift and a downgrade, so we'll see what happens coming up.
Let's get right over to Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel with the latest on all of this. Steve, what do you have?
Yeah, we're going to get a new advisory come in probably just before 11 o'clock tonight, but definitely the last 24 hours have been optimistic, to say the least. If you take a look back last night, yesterday, we had a storm that was forecast to become a hurricane as it moved toward Florida, into Florida. Tonight, a weak tropical storm, very disorganized, still in the Caribbean, moving across Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and entering into even more unfavorable weather conditions overnight and Saturday. Big wind shear on the way. That's been the problem during the afternoon and evening. We mentioned earlier in the newscast, we did interview with Hurricane Hunter, and they called it half a storm. It really is. You can cut across the center of circulation somewhere in this area if you can track it down. And if you draw a line there, this is all beautiful weather. Everything is displaced to the east. Now, that could work against us in a sense as it tracks across Florida on the weekend, because we're going to be on that east side if the track verifies. Moving west at 21, the wind's at 45. Here's the forecast track. Overnight, we're going to take it across in along the coastline of Cuba. So we have a land interaction here. That's not very good for storms, and also some mountains and big wind shear, which is, as I mentioned, played a big part in keeping it around 40 to 50 miles an hour today. There's a position on Monday at 2 p.m. That's about its closest approach to us, unless the track shifts back to the east. Then we would see a track closer into our viewing area. But the models tonight are hinting that this may not even make it this far. It may dissipate before it makes it into South Florida, or even into the northern edge of Cuba and the Keys. There's a close-up look. part of a viewing area, kind of dry, coastal Palm Beach County and Broward County actually dropped out of the cone tonight. And either way, you know, if this tracks in this area here, we're still looking at big rains and some gusty winds, and still the potential for tropical storm force winds. And we could see at 11 o'clock, not out of the realm of possibilities, a tropical storm watch issued for parts of South Florida. I'd be surprised, though, considering the model tracks that are coming in tonight, most dissipated as it moves over Cuba. There are a couple of models that are still very ambitious and hold it together. You'll notice this is a GFDL model, very good model. One of our what we call global models. It keeps it up over open water along the south coast of Cuba and then tracks it toward the west coast of Florida after that. Here's the wind field. Now, this is based on the forecast at 5 o'clock. Weakens it to a tropical depression and then strengthens it once again into a tropical storm, but a pretty weak tropical storm, keeping those 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, the core here, really across southwest Florida and not our area. But this is a big storm. Tropical storm force winds are pretty significant, and there's a lot of wind. And there's a lot of rain with this. And I think rain's going to be the issue for us, even though the mountains cut into it and it gets a little bit weaker overnight. Here's what I expect as the weekend forecast. Tomorrow doesn't look bad. Sunny, hot, afternoon storms on the way. Sunday, the rain develops and it starts to turn windy during the day. Those winds, indications tonight are that the winds pick up anywhere from 25, maybe even gusts to 30 and 35 during the day. And Monday, again, wind and rain, and some gusty winds are possible, and some significant rainfall amounts across South Florida also possible. Here's one of our models. This is the Vipercast model. Somewhat of a swirl here as it moves across Cuba, and it becomes very disorganized, but it brings bands of rain in for Saturday, Sunday. There's Monday at 3 in the afternoon. Just waves of rain on. I think one day after another, right into Tuesday and Wednesday, we could be dealing with a significant rainfall total. So that is really the concern. It's not so much the wind at this point, but it is that possibility for some flooding by late Monday and Tuesday, and maybe even Wednesday, actually. 92, partly sunny tomorrow and scattered rain. Sunday, clouds over quickly. There may be hints of morning sun. It won't last long, though, turning breezy to windy, 88. And again, Monday, scattered showers and storms, some heavy rain possible, several inches of rain possible by Monday, and adding to those totals on Tuesday, too. So keeping an eye on the track. If it comes out, I'll give you the latest track before 11.
We'll see you soon, Steve. Thank you. Local volunteers unite how technology is reaching far into the Caribbean to help those in the line of Erica's path right now.
Tow truck fail. One driver takes his frustration to a new level, hoping it'll keep his car off the impound lot.
Plus, crash landing. What went wrong during this air show stunt that cost the pilot his life?
Edmorst is gonna save you. It's Toyota's annual clearance at Edmorst Delray Toyota. Rush in for our lowest prices of the year. Lease new Camrys $99 a month or buy for $18,988. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
It's H.H. Gregg's Labor Day sale. For the first time ever, get 0 down and 0 interest for 36 months.
Gregg's got it!
Up to 35% off appliances.
Gregg's got it!
Like this Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator, $9.99. A washer or dryer, now $2.99. Plus 0 down and 0 interest for 36 months. Now during our Labor Day sale. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery.
Gregg's got it!
It's Honda's summer clearance event. Award-winning Honda Accords, the #1 selling sedans, are on clearance. Accords cost $2,600 less than the competition. Drive your Accord with 0 due-at-lease signing or pay just $189 a month. And Accords come fully loaded with Pandora, Bluetooth, and rear-view camera. Accords, $189 a month or 0 due-at-lease signing. Don't miss the Honda summer clearance event at your South Florida Honda dealers.
Doug, we have the results. But first, we have a very special guest. Come on out, Flo. You have anything to say to Flo?
Nah, just let the results do the talking.
Well, he could do that. We show our Progressive Direct rate and the rates of our competitors, even if Progressive isn't the lowest.
It looks like Progressive is not the lowest. When we return, we'll find out whether Doug is the father. Wait, what?
It's Mattress Firm's huge Labor Day Super Weekend sale. Friday through Sunday, get our lowest prices of the year. Save up to $500 on all the best brands, like $300 on Sealy Posturepedic Firm Queen sets, now just $399.99. And save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses with adjustable bases. Plus, get our best financing offer of 0% APR for 72 months. We guarantee you'll sleep happy on your new mattress or your money back. So don't miss Mattress Firm's huge Labor Day Super Weekend sale.
Rush to Edmore's Delray Toyota for Toyota's annual clearance event. Save today with our lowest prices of the year on new Toyotas. Get new Corolla, $79 a month lease, or buy for a $14,488.
It's Edmore's.
Visit DelrayToyota.com.
Weather on the go. Text weather to 29,000. Sponsored by your South Florida Honda dealers.
Trending right now, a pilot stunt in the air just goes terribly wrong here. The man was practicing tricks for a weekend air show in New York when his propeller-driven stunt plane crashed, killing him. The plane, you see it there, spinning out of control, straight down into trees. The FAA says the aircraft was experimental, and police confirm it had an apparent structural failure. A change in leadership is underway at the parent company of adultery website Ashley Madison. Noelle Bitterman is stepping down as CEO of Avid Life Media after that massive security breach that exposed tens of millions of email addresses, names, and other information belonging to their customers. The company is currently facing several lawsuits because of the hacking. In a statement, Avid Life Media said that the change is in the best interest of the company. And hot on the web tonight, this disgruntled driver just refuses to get towed, so much so that he gets in and tries to drive away while hooked up to the tow truck. As you can see, he's having a little bit of difficulty, not really going anywhere, just kind of moving around there. His attempts are ultimately unsuccessful.
Yeah, that's not going to help solve your problem, my friend.
Nope, I think he's going to have to pay probably double because he probably just ruined that truck.
Yeah, he's in more trouble tonight, too. More nonstop news still ahead at 10.
Some locals trying to make contact with those already impacted by Tropical Storm Erica. I'll have that story coming up.
Stories so shocking, so frightening, raw with emotions,
Oh, it's a tiara.
and downright naughty.
Hear that, ladies?
We're playing Doctor, Star Trek style.
Modern Family at 6 and 6:30. Big Bang Theory at 7 and 7:30. Modern Bang Bang. Weeknights on Fox 29.
We'll take it from here.
There are new car and truck sales. Then there's an AutoNation sale. What's the difference? A lot more cars with a lot more savings.
The model year-end sale ends Labor Day. Save now on 2015s. Buy new Silverados up to $10,000 off. Or switch to Chevy for a Cruze or Equinox. $179 a month. Sign and drive at AutoNation Chevy.
Most people paid less at AutoNation.
This weekend at American Freight, 2 mattress sets, any size, only $298 complete. Get a twin and a full and a queen. Get a queen and a king, 2 kings, 2 queens, 2 mattress sets, any size, only $298 complete. Famous names like Simmons, Stewart, and Hamilton. Free layaway, same-day delivery. This weekend only at American Freight in West Palm Beach, Riviera Beach, 6688 North Military Trail, and in Stewart at 2565 Southeast Federal Highway.
This summer, make the most of the season with the Jeep brand's legendary off-road capability. Cherish every sunrise in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Or chase every sunset with Jeep Cherokee's 31 mpg Highway. Hurry in for $1,000 bonus cash at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on Cherokee Latitude front-wheel drive for $259 a month.
Is that a Buick?
So your dad let you borrow the Buick, Mr. Simmons. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating, so there's nothing to worry about.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick.
I don't think that's what he's worried about.
That's not your grandpa.
Now get the best of the remaining 2015s with up to $6,000 total cash back on Buick sedans in stock the longest.
This high-definition newscast is sponsored by Napleton's West Palm Beach Hyundai at the big corner of Okeechobee Boulevard and Congress Avenue.
Tropical Storm Erica already proven to be devastating in some areas of the Caribbean.
Tonight, hundreds of miles away, local radio experts are helping with disaster relief. Fox 29's Alyssa Hyman is live at the Jupiter Inlet with how some radio operators are working to get those victims help.
Exactly right. Local ham radio operators have been trying to make contact with those already impacted by Tropical Storm Erica because after that deadly destruction, for some, radio may be the only way to call for help.
Alpha Golf 4 Bravo Victor.
Ham radio operator Albert Moreshi desperately tries to make contact with anyone on the islands already impacted by Tropical Storm Erica.
Well, I'm in South Florida. Do you know what frequency that they would probably be coming in on?
Ham radio, also known as amateur radio, can be a lifeline for someone impacted by a major event like a tropical storm or a hurricane. Natural disasters, which in most cases wipe out nearly all forms of modern communication.
They're going to go ahead and let us know how bad the damage is. If the power is out, if they need food or water.
And with Erica already claiming the lives of at least 20 people and devastating an entire island nation of Dominica, Albert knows there are others out there that still need help.
Let me ask you a quick question while I've got you there. Have you heard any stations coming in from the areas affected by Storm Erica?
And he's prepared to reach out as long as it takes, so long as Erica continues its path of destruction. Now, Albert didn't have any luck making contact with anyone tonight. However, he says he will continue to try in the morning and as long as Erica continues. Reporting live in Jupiter, Alyssa Hyman, Fox 29 News.
And flooding is a concern for folks across the state tonight, despite Erica's new path. Michael Williams live in the feed room with a look. Michael?
South Florida, of course, enjoyed a population boom after flood control became the norm here decades and decades ago. And right now, flood control, of course, remains a concern, especially with any storm like this in our sea level communities. So I grabbed my smartphone, went out and took a look at least one of the areas that's representative of what's going on across our region tonight as a precaution.
At Spillway Park in West Palm Beach, the fishing is slow and easy. But the water is running fast and hard. Billions of gallons worth of water being flushed toward the waiting ocean from canals and locks spanning our 5-county community. The South Florida Water Management District is taking no chances with flood control when a rainmaker like Erica is on the move.
I'm here with Mason Forbes. And Mason, is it better fishing when the spillway's open?
Yes, 100%. I think that this storm coming through is really going to bring some bait fish down to the spillway.
A tranquil Friday night in anticipation of a windy and rainy Sunday and Monday to come.
A snapshot, or snap video, I guess I should say, of what's going on in our community. And again, it's just a reminder for you and for me of all the different pieces of this mechanism that we call storm preparedness, that some of it you see very visibly, as I did tonight. Other things like workers who have been going throughout neighborhoods you may not see until they come to your own neighborhood. But a lot of things, a lot of planning goes into this, a lot of preparation over the last decade to get better, since we haven't had a hurricane hit Florida in a decade. And in this case, we're not going to have one. Erica will be a tropical storm, but a lot of things, a big mosaic of preparation coming together to make sure all of us weather any storm okay. Back to you.
All right, Michael, thank you for that report tonight. Erica's cone, as we saw in the 5 o'clock advisory, covering much of the state tonight. We're covering the state for you. Francesca Emiker is in Jacksonville right now with how our neighbors to the north are getting ready for the possibility of a storm to hit.
Well, many people in Florida are preparing for Tropical Storm Erica, and of course that means a lot of our emergency personnel is doing the same thing. Now, right here at Red Cross in Jacksonville, they're making sure they have enough staff just in case they have to come and rescue you and your family, but they're asking you to help as well. Now, they say that they want you to be stocked up and have a survival kit, about 3 days worth of food and water, medications, and of course, any important documents that you may need just in case the storm hits here. For now, reporting in Jacksonville, Francesca Emiker.
Yeah, the latest track, really, we were talking about Jacksonville earlier, that really covers a lot of the state, so we'll see what happens in a few minutes.
Does, yeah.
Certainly. The cone does, I should say.
Well, because of that track. It goes right from the Keys all the way up through the middle of the state, and a little on the West Coast now. But yeah, it's one of those tracks where you can't escape the cone. I think at 11 o'clock we'll see a shift even more farther to the west. maybe even into the Gulf of Mexico. And the other consideration is they may actually have it dissipating over Cuba. That's a possibility too, because some of the models are doing that tonight.
Right.
So it'll be interesting 11 p.m. track and forecast. I also want to point out that I don't think the big issue here will be rain later in the weekend. It will, or I should say, the big issue will be rain, not wind. And we could see some flooding rains in a few spots. We can handle several inches of rain here, but the west coast around Tampa has picked up 20 to 25 inches of rain in the last month. They cannot handle it, and they could be in for a big flood situation there. Massive area convection firing up over Haiti and the Dominican Republic tonight. Low-level center will place somewhere in here. It's really what it's been doing is outracing all the thunderstorm activity, and it has to get underneath of it so that all this starts to spin and we get a storm that has all the energy around that center of circulation. That hasn't happened in the last 3 days at least. So place the center at 8 o'clock tonight just off the south coast of Haiti, and it tracks toward the east and northeast coast of Cuba tomorrow. The official forecast keeps it at, or drops it to a tropical depression and then brings it into the Keys as a tropical storm and then cutting across the west coast after that. Most of Florida, as we mentioned, is still in the error cone, and that error cone is there for a reason. Try not to concentrate on the down the line track because we could see something shift to the east or the west. I suspect at 11 o'clock, if it makes it into Florida, if there's a forecast that brings it all the way in here, this track may be even a little farther west into the Gulf and maybe even more of our viewing area out of that cone at 11. We'll keep our fingers crossed. That's up to the Hurricane Center, but the models tonight suggest that may happen. And so there's a look. Our closest approach to us would be, again, a weak tropical storm, 40-mile-an-hour winds around Fort Myers and Naples, just south of Tampa, and then bringing up the coast after that. Wind shouldn't be an issue. It will be breezy to windy on Sunday and Monday, but it looks like the rain could be a big issue. Flooding rains are possible. I suspect at least several inches of rain here, possibly more. And when you get into Tuesday and Wednesday and maybe even Thursday of next week, some of the models keep those torrential downpours around our area. So each day you pick up 2 to 3 inches of rain. That's going to add up pretty quickly. The tropical storm force winds die off as the official forecast has depression over Cuba and then reinforces a small area of those tropical storm force winds on the west coast of Florida. This is the 5 p.m. advisory and track from the Hurricane Center. So this will update at 11 o'clock tonight. The mountains, we've been talking about this. It's had somewhat of an impact, but wind shear has been the big issue with this storm not being able to strengthen. Either way, as it comes toward Florida, tomorrow looks great, sunny, hot, afternoon storms. We are looking at clouds, showers, areas of rain developing on Sunday and turning breezy to windy pretty quickly. Probably late morning, mid to late morning, and continuing through the day. Monday, wind and rain on the way. It shouldn't approach tropical storm force, but it will be, you'll walk outside on Monday and go, yeah, it's pretty windy out here, but just not damaging winds. Vipercast keeps this broad area circulation coming into the state and just waves, kind of feeder bands of rain working across Sunday and into Monday, and as the model goes out into Tuesday, even more rain around too. Really good rain chances. All right, 79 tonight. Any rain ending. It's still around the Treasure Coast and western Palm Beach County tomorrow. Get outside and enjoy some sunshine. 92 for the afternoon high in the 7-day forecast. We'll call it mostly cloudy. Showers, areas of rain working in during the day. And Monday, very unsettled too. And watching for that new update and track from the Hurricane Center. If it comes out before 11, we'll pass it along to you here. And we're going to have a special update at the end of the newscast to let you know if it's come in too.
Look forward to that, Steve. Thank you. Next at 10, are you a pizza folder or a crust cruncher? Why the way you eat pizza can give clues about your personality.
Carly posts,
breaking up with the longest relationship I've ever had. Hashtag sad but true.
Good riddance, Carly.
Hashtag 96 months too long.
Oh, the car. Right. Well, now's the perfect time to head over to the Honda Summer Clearance event. We've got great deals on the Honda Civic, the best-selling car in its class. So ditch that loser. Hey, still talking about the car. Oh.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
This is my new mattress from Haverty's. I'm waking up so refreshed now. I used to be a bit groggy in the morning. Those were dark days.
Wake up refreshed on a mattress from Haverty's. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic sets, plus enjoy 60-month no-interest financing. Haverty's, discover something new.
You deserve nothing less than the best. You deserve a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Del Rey, where you get the best for less than you'd expect. And during the Mercedes-Benz summer event, get a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 Sports Sedan, only $349 a month. Or a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz E350 for $489 a month. Only at Mercedes-Benz of Del Rey. Get the best for less than you'd expect. MercedesFLA.com.
We worked so hard to get to this day. Things got stressful sometimes. But SunTrust helped us keep our finances running smoothly, even when it felt like our lives weren't. He was always there for me, so I could do this for us.
Their sunny day story started with a big decision and a visit to SunTrust. Talk to us about our new checking options that work as hard as you do.
Can't stand the heat? Get off the test track. Get the Mercedes-Benz you've been burning for at the summer event going on now at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. But hurry, offers end August 31st.
Stay tuned for the Ford Sports Zone right here on Fox 29.
All right, finally tonight, the way you eat your pizza may reveal a lot about you. Ever think about this? Well, a behavioral expert says there are 4 pizza-eating personality types. Those who fold a slice in half are more driven and adventurous. If you eat the crust first, you may be a trendsetter. And then people who use a fork and knife are considered supporters who work well with others. And this next one's me. I'm pretty boring, I guess. Those who just bite into that piece of pie are careful correctors, opting for that predictable choice. Jay?
Who's the behavior expert and how do they come up with
I
stuff?
don't know. I don't know if it's
That's what I want to know.
or anything, but
how much time do they have on their hands to figure out how people eat pizza in terms of their personality?
Who knows? We were talking about this earlier. Steve folds his pizza.
I fold my pizza too, and then I eat it from the front, I guess. But I didn't know that changed my personality in a certain way that I didn't know that was studied, to be honest with you.
But I feel like when you fold your pizza, you don't get as much to eat. That's
you just
kind
get
of
a heartier
unfortunate.
bite out of it.
I guess so.
That's it.
Whatever. Let's ask Emerson.
Emerson Lotzi is here.
doesn't
Emerson,
matter.
which way do you eat your pizza?
I eat it. I just, if it's in front of me, it gets in my belly as soon as possible. I don't care the temperature of it either, which is why my tongue tends to hurt a lot after I eat pizza. All right, guys, high school football tonight, week 1. It's kicking off the regular season, so for just about everyone watching, feels a lot like Christmas morning. We'll hit on FAU footballs. The Owls are 1 week away from their season opener, plus playoffs underway on the PGA Tour. See you guys in 2 minutes in the Ford Sports Zone.
Dunkin' Donuts' unbelievable selection of breakfast sandwiches, freshly made all day, so you can enjoy them any type of way, any time of day. That's breakfast whenevs. America runs on Dunkin'.
The perfect car calls for the perfect price, and Lexus of Palm Beach has it. During the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, lease a new 2015 Lexus RX 350 or a new 2015 Lexus GS 350. Your choice, only $400 a month with complimentary first month's payment. Don't miss the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Hurry to Lexus of Palm Beach. Price perfection. LexusofPalmBeach.com.
Come on! I'm coming.
Let's go, Dad!
Who's ready to go to Wally World?
It's a long way down Holiday Road. Holiday Road.
Honey, a blonde in a convertible? Seriously?
Built for families, designed for drivers. Lease the 7-seat Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
Time's running out on Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale. Now save even more on affordable German engineering in Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Lease new Volkswagens at our lowest payments this year from $119 a month or 0 down. Passat or the Tiguan SUV, your choice. $159 a month or 0 down. Or buy new Volkswagens with 0% for 72 months. Plus get $1,000 cash back. But hurry, time's running out on Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the luxury of freedom, to venture further, to experience more, to make a routine of breaking with routine. Come into the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our most capable models. Lease the 2015 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Enjoy a freshly brewed medium iced tea or iced coffee for 99 cents from 3 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'.
You're in the zone, the Ford Sports Zone, from the team at ESPN 106.3.
Welcome to a Friday night edition of the Ford Sports Zone. I am your host, Emerson Latzia. Tonight, marking the return of meaningful high school football games. The world's best golfers racing for a $10 million bonus. Plus our Ian Hest with the story behind FAU quarterback Quez Johnson's jersey number. So high school football kickoff classics, such a tease. Give me the good stuff, as in the regular season. Fantastic out-of-district matchups, opening up the year, including perennial powerhouse Dwyer, hosting one of the best teams from last season, Boynton Beach. But Boynton, with work to do after graduating nearly all of its stars. Dwyer, though, reloading once again. First quarter, Tony Centillo, his first season with the Panthers, tossing it deep to Oyaluri, and oh yeah, into the end zone. First score of the night. Many more to come. Closing seconds of the first quarter, Jakari Moses, and 5 yards ain't got nothing on him. It's 14-0. Moses not finished. Give him 6 more in the second quarter. Dwyer absolutely crushing Boynton Beach by final 48-0. Jake Celedonio and Fort Pierce Central. Swag money, y'all rocking new threads as they take on Fort Pierce Westwood. Right before the half, Cobras up 28-0. Make it 35 now. Sally to future FAU Owl Antonio Hayden. Cobras outscoring Westwood 232-0. Now in their past 5 meetings. FPC is your winner, 35-0. Huge top fiver in Delray. 4th-ranked Atlantic hosting number 5 Wellington. Opening drive. Wolves going to work. Blake Diva Feeble up top to Amon Richards. 42-yard touchdown reception for the Miami commit. 7-0 Wellington. But Atlantic with an arsenal of weapons in the backfield. First, Jared Ferguson busting through the line. Peace out. 28-yard score. We are tied up at 7. Second quarter, Dontavius Monroe's turn. Breaking a pair of tackles. Sweet cut back inside. 47 yards of the house. It's 14-7 now. Skip to the end of the quarter. 4 seconds left. Lamar Washington punching his way in from 1 yard out. Eagles with a 28-7 lead into the locker room. And they don't look back. What a statement by Atlantic tonight. Hammering Wellington 49-7.
A lot of people sleep on us, I don't know why, and we just hope to wake everybody up and let us know we here, Delray Beach, we here. I'm just proud to be part of this team, you know, and we rising back up to the top. I'm just proud to be on this team, you know. We're getting closer and closer, and I'm excited about this season, I really am.
After tonight, nobody will be sleeping on Atlantic. Vero Beach in attack mode against Santa Lucia's. First quarter, here comes the muscle. Akeem Dixon punching it in from a couple yards out. Fighting Indians with the first 7 points of the game. Next possession for the Chiefs. Patrick Mays not getting any help because the pass goes off the receiver's hands into Lamont McKenzie's breadbasket. Here comes the Vero offense. A few plays later, Dixon owning it. Vero Beach, goose egg in Santa Lucia's, 37-0. Back in the 5-6-1, we strike fast with Oxbridge Academy. T-Wolves doing work against Gulliver Prep. A 15-play opening drive for the Ox. Angelo Navarrete capping it off with a 15-yard touchdown pass to Derek McDonald. Hashtag strike fast. 6-0. Defense playing unreal football, recording not 1 but 2 safeties in the first quarter. Later in the second, Antavius Lane returning the interception 30 yards to the house. In the closing minutes of the first half, the Raiders had -11 yards. Next series for Oxbridge, and it's Travis Homer doing Travis Homer things. 34 yards, piece of cake, one of his 2 touchdowns. T-Wolves roll 46-0. Man, a lot of shutouts tonight. Royal Palm just outside our top 10 rankings, hosting number 9 Glade Central. Raiders bringing it early, already up 7-zip. Second drive of the game, and Jakevius Vickers flying down inside the 5, 35-yard run. 2 plays later, he finishes the job. Glade Central up 14-zip after 1 quarter. Next frame, the Wildcats come to life. Marlon Eugene bouncing off bros into the end zone. Missed 2-point conversion, it's 14-6. Just before the break though, Vickers cannot be stopped. His second of the evening, 21-6 at halftime. Out of the locker room, the good times keep rolling. James Blackman to Devontae Burton. They only needed 14 for the first down, and they get 71. Adios, amigo. Central with the win, 34-20. Palm Beach Lakes battling with Lake Worth. Third quarter, Lake Worth's Chris Nazian under center, throwing it up, 40-yard touchdown pass to Dimitri Hester, the freshman, a tweeting machine. Lake Worth dropping PBL 10-9. Let's take a timeout, folks. Stick around, though, because on the other side, FAU football 8 days away from kickoff. Our Ian Hest with the touching story behind Quez Johnson's uniform number, a story you do not want to miss when the Ford Sports Zone returns.
WFLX Fox 29, Indian River Press Journal, and TCPalm.com, the largest news partnership on the Treasure Coast.
It's Toyota's annual clearance at Edmore's Delray Toyota. Rush in for our lowest prices of the year. Lease new Camrys $99 a month or buy for $18,988. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
Honda, I like it! It's Honda's summer clearance event. Award-winning Honda Civics, the #1 selling compact cars, are on clearance. Civics cost less than the competition. Drive your Civic with 0 do-it-lease signing or pay just $139 a month. And Civics come fully loaded with Pandora, Bluetooth, and rear-view camera. Civics $139 a month or 0 do-it-lease signing. Don't miss the Honda summer clearance event at your South Florida Honda dealers.
It's the BrandsMart USA annual kickoff season sale. This Simmons main event home entertainment power recliner is a low $349.88. How about this Whirlpool top-load laundry pair for only $679.76? A Frigidaire stainless steel side-by-side refrigerator is just $949.88. This Amana 4-piece stainless steel kitchen package for a low $15.99. Hurry in!
Welcome to AutoNation.com. With AutoNation Express, you can get an actual car with a real price in just 5 easy steps. 1. Shop nearly 100,000 vehicles. 2. Lock in your price on the actual car. 3. Go reserve it here. 4. Visit your AutoNation showroom. 5. Drive it home. Thanks to AutoNation Express, save time, save hassle, save money. People paid less at AutoNation.
This is my new mattress from Haverty's. I'm waking up so refreshed now. I used to be a bit groggy in the morning.
Bye. Wake up refreshed on a mattress from Haverty's. Get a free box spring or save up to $1,000 on select Serta sets. Haverty's, discover something new.
Rush to Edmore's Delray Toyota for Toyota's annual clearance event. Save today with our lowest prices of the year on new Toyotas. Get new RAV4s, $129 a month lease, or buy for $21,488. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
You're in the zone, the Ford Sports Zone on Fox 29.
Welcome back to the Ford Sports Zone. I'm Emerson Lancia from ESPN 106.3. Quarterback Quez Johnson, one of the stars FAU football will rely heavily on this season. And for his senior year, he's wearing a number very near and dear to his heart. Our Ian Hest explains.
In football, your number can say a lot about you. Quarterback, wide receiver, linebacker. But no number on FAU reflects more about someone than number 32, quarterback Quez Johnson, and who it represents.
I asked Coach Parson, he asked me was I serious about it, and I told him yes.
This spring, Quez switched from number 12 to honor his high school teammate and friend, Devin Mitchell, who was murdered on New Year's Day in 2012.
We still playing for him, and we still represent him on the field.
Mitchell was just 16. The two grew a bond, winning a Mississippi State title together.
It was hard for me as a friend of him. I was more like his big brother. We had a Pee Wee team called the Raiders. I was on the big Raiders, he was on the small Raiders. So my dad coached him and everything, so I've been knowing him for a long time.
Now as a senior, Quez felt it was something he had to do.
I always wore his band. Every game, if you look at any picture, I always had his band on the set 32 forever, and I lost it. I wanted, and I was just thinking, like, how can I really, you feel me, represent him in a way that can really be, like, remembered. And I was like, I can switch my number to 32.
And as he leads the Owls to new heights, number 32 knows his friend will never be forgotten.
Great story, Ian. Tomorrow night at 7:30, do not miss our FAU Countdown to Kickoff special. Our partner station, WPTV News Channel 5, will be playing host. Our ESPN 106.3 TV team taking you inside the program, places cameras have never been before. Golf's postseason, yes, there is such a thing, has arrived. The top 125 golfers chasing not only a trophy, but also a $10 million check in the FedEx Cup playoffs. That's a pretty payday. The 4-week event, starting with the Barclays. Number 1 ranked golfer in the world, Jordan Spieth, well, off to a nasty first 36 holes. The 22-year-old, his drive on number 5 into the people. Spieth misses the cut in only 2 days, loses that top world ranking. Rory, welcome back to the top. Kick back, relax for this one. 7th hole, PGA Championship winner Jason Day. Amazing from the rough, check it. Finds the bank and let it ride, brother. This baby rolling right up to the hole. Incredible season continues for him. He is 4 under, 3 back of your leader. And Bubba Watson one-ups that. Out of a difficult lie, guess what? He somehow sticks this ball even closer than Day. Watson in good shape entering the weekend to claim his own number 1 ranking as a victory and move him up to the top of the FedEx Cup. That's going to do it for the Ford Sports Zone tonight, folks. For all of us here at ESPN 106.3 and Fox 29, thanks for watching. Before we take off, though, our Steve Weagle, one final look at Tropical Storm Erica.
All right, thank you, Emerson. We are looking at the new update from the Hurricane Center on this tropical storm, and it is still churning and with heavy rain moving across Haiti and the Dominican Republic tonight. A big area of convection moving through, and here's the latest coordinates. Still winds at 45. It's moving west-northwest now at 20, so it started that trek a little bit west-northwest. It's been moving west pretty much all day long, and it cuts across Cuba tomorrow morning. A big interaction here with land and some mountains. There's again Saturday evening, and then this is a tropical depression at this point, cutting across the Florida Straits, and then around Key West, the official forecast has a tropical storm moving up, and the track has shifted a little farther west into the Gulf tonight, and more of our viewing area is out of the cone, almost all of it, actually, except for Okeechobee County and extreme western Palm Beach County. We're still looking at some gusty winds and some heavy rainfall starting Sunday and into Monday. Much more on the storm track and what you can expect on the weekend coming up on WPTV. See you in a couple.
You deserve nothing less than the best. You deserve a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Delray, where you get the best for less than you'd expect. And during the Mercedes-Benz summer event, get a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 Sports Sedan, only $349 a month. Or a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz E350 for $489 a month. Only at Mercedes-Benz of Delray. Get the best for less than you'd expect. MercedesFLA.com.
The Ford Free Ride is on. Get 0% financing for 7.
Had such a positive effect on people and how it could be so much worse for me. I see it as we need to go through it. It will be a season of recovery for us.
And then September 2014, it was Pendleton Roundup time again, and the MC's voice boomed through the arena. Miracles happen, said the announcer.
No one in Pendleton knows that better than our singer today. For our national anthem, please welcome Miss Karen Lang to the arena.
Can you see by the dawn's early light?
I looked at it as an opportunity to really just
thank the people of Pendleton for all the support and things that they did for me and for my family.
In Pendleton, the world was back on its axis, though perhaps a smaller and sadder place, without the girl who always reached out to the lonely, to the strangers, just like the one who drifted into town and killed her. Pretty remarkable, huh? I mean, isn't he exactly the sort of person that she would have sought out?
I find that very ironic, and it's also the same person that if she were here today, she would say, take the way of forgiveness, it's the better way.
Let's pray. Come, Lord Jesus.
And every Sunday, the faithful still fill the pews at the Pendleton Free Methodist Church. And a barefoot sprite who loved to dance lives on, at least in memory.
Amy's life is great, and I think that the people who knew her would want to live better lives because of knowing her and knowing who she was.
That's all for now. I'm Lester Holt. Thanks for joining us.
New information on Tropical Storm Erica just into our weather center.
We're at the 11 o'clock advisory in. Here's Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel. Steve.
And more encouraging news. That track shift to the west continues tonight, and the storm is still struggling, although it looks pretty good on the satellite loop with torrential rains and some decent convection tonight. The center of circulation is outracing all of this storm activity, and it's having a tough time strengthening. The pressure is 1,008 millibars. That is very unimpressive for a tropical storm. Winds at 45. Low-level center, difficult to find, but we're going to place it off the coast of Haiti or very near Haiti, and then moving across Cuba through Saturday, weakening it to a tropical depression Saturday afternoon, and then tracking it along the coastline. A lot of the models in this area wash this out into a tropical wave, dissipate it, but the Hurricane Center wants to keep it together. We want to take a look at what this looks like in the morning once again, if it holds together. And if it does, it could develop again into a tropical storm as it moves toward Key West and then up the west coast. And you'll notice this track has shifted again into the Gulf of Mexico. Earlier it was right up through around the Fort Myers and Naples area. There's Monday and then eventually into Tuesday. Pretty much all our viewing areas out of the cone now. And again, with the tracks continuing to shift west and some of the tracks even dissipating. In fact, it's tough to get the spaghetti models out there tonight. Why do they stop? Well, they dissipate it. There's no closed low-level circulation past this area here. There's only one or two models that bring it in. In fact, this model just an hour ago brought it into Florida. It has now dissipated it too. We have big wind shear. We also have obviously mountainous areas here that are going to cut into this. Pretty much the same situation we've had for the last few days, and a little bit more treacherous on Saturday with a higher wind shear. That's been the story for this. There's a reason it really hasn't developed, and the computer models, even as early as yesterday, had a pretty decent hurricane developing. Most of those models, as I just showed you on the spaghetti plots, now dissipated. These are some of the best computer models in the world. They have not done a very good job with the forecast for this. More favorable weather conditions as it gets into the Gulf, but it's got a short window here to develop. Now, no new watches have been issued. You notice the official forecast has a tropical storm over Key West. The Hurricane Center is waiting before they issue any warnings for around the Keys, simply because they want to see what it looks like tomorrow morning as it comes off the north coast of Cuba. So here's what we're expecting. Saturday looks good. Sunny, hot weather, a few thunderstorms, a good day to get outside. May see that watch, that tropical storm watch issued, though, for parts of South Florida, perhaps the Keys and maybe southwest Florida. Mostly cloudy Sunday. Rain bands will be working in during the day. We're going to be on the outer fringes of this, and with this track shift once again, it'll be windy and rainy on Monday. May have to drop down those winds with the latest forecast, though. But unsettled weather Sunday night, Monday, and probably Tuesday, too, where we could pick up several inches of rain. Definitely a better situation than it was 24 hours ago, where we were looking at a hurricane moving into South Florida late weekend. So some pretty good news and a good way to start the weekend.
Live in the feed room now, a lot of you will certainly be breathing a sigh of relief over what Steve just said, but any thanks we have is certainly muted by the devastation we see of what Erika has wrought in the Caribbean as we look at the island of Dominica. A scene of devastation there, the small Caribbean island. The Prime Minister there saying tonight the storm's damage has set that island back some 20 years. At last count, at least 20 people have died, hundreds of homes destroyed. You see some of the mudslides. Let's go in one more time. This is the kind of thing we so often see in these Caribbean islands when a storm like Erika comes through, a tropical storm, but for all that, it's powerful, pounding rains, creating a situation that is creating so much heartache as the Caribbean community and indeed many in the U.S. will now be rallying around people there because of the devastation wrought by Erika. And News Channel 5's Alyssa Hyman is talking to some of those using old electronic tools to extend an electronic helping hand and bring attention where it's badly needed right now. Alyssa.
Michael, local ham radio operators have been trying to make contact with those already impacted by Tropical Storm Erika after that deadly destruction. For some, radio may be the only way to call for help.
Alpha Golf 4 Bravo Victor.
Ham radio operator Albert Moreshi desperately tries to make contact with anyone on the islands already impacted by Tropical Storm Erika.
Well, I'm in South Florida. Do you know what frequency that they would probably be coming in on?
Ham radio, also known as amateur radio, can be a lifeline for someone impacted by a major event like a tropical storm or a hurricane. Natural disasters, which in most cases wipe out nearly all forms of modern communication.
They're going to go ahead and let us know how bad the damage is. If the power is out, if they need food or water.
And with Erika already claiming the lives of at least 20 people and devastating an entire island nation of Dominica, Albert knows there are others out there that still need help.
Let me ask you a quick question while I've got you there. Have you heard any stations coming in from the areas affected by Storm Erika?
And he's prepared to reach out as long as it takes, so long as Erika continues its path of destruction. Now, Albert didn't have any luck making any contact tonight, but he says tomorrow he will be at it again and will continue until Erika dissipates. Reporting live in Jupiter, Alyssa Hyman, WPTV News Channel 5.
Despite an improving forecast for us here in southeast Florida, Florida does remain under a state of emergency. The path and intensity still uncertain. Governor Rick Scott today said that people across the state need to be ready for anything. The National Guard's on standby with more than 8,000 troops ready to go. Now, here at home from the Palm Beaches to the Treasure Coast, emergency operations centers continue to monitor Erika's track. Staff is on standby to take action if it were needed. And tonight, as we watch and wait, we are checking to see how people across the state are preparing for the storm.
Well, folks here in Southwest Florida are really getting prepared for Tropical Storm Erika. At grocery stores like this, Publix here, folks are stocking up on water and granola bars. I'm told they're flying off the shelves. And it's also a similar situation at home improvement stores where I'm told one even sold out of generators. Now, local fire departments are also giving residents free sandbags in case they want to protect themselves and their homes from flooding. Now, you got to remember, a lot of these people went through Hurricane Charlie about 11 years ago. So they're just saying no matter how severe this storm is, they just want to be prepared. That's the latest here in Southwest Florida. Reporting in Cape Coral, I'm Lisa Greenberg.
I'm Michael Paluska in Pasco County. These streets were flooded just a couple of weeks ago, and neighbors have been cleaning up ever since. It's extremely dark out here, but behind me there is a lake, and the water from that lake is still in people's backyards. They're worried that with Tropical Storm Erika coming towards Florida, that if the rains hit, their homes that they just cleaned out will be flooded again.
Here in Fort Lauderdale tonight, city officials are warning people to have a storm plan in place. City crews spent the day on and off the beach preparing for the worst, putting up barricades like these, notifying construction workers to secure materials, and boarding up places like this city building. These are just some of the precautions taken here in Fort Lauderdale and around the area, much of the same. People who live in South Florida are preparing, from those getting sandbags together to those stocking up food supplies, water, and gas. Locals are talking about the possibility of a significant weather event, and tourists are talking about the same. So far tonight in Fort Lauderdale, no major rain, but people know when it comes to weather, things can change fast. I'm Stephanie Bertini reporting in Fort Lauderdale.
A warning tonight across our state to keep your eyes open for price gouging. The Attorney General, Pam Bondi, activated the state's price gouging hotline today. If you see anything or have a loved one across the state who does, like gas, water, or even tree trimming services overpriced, call the hotline. The number right there on your screen, 1-866-9-NO-SCAM.
New at 11, taking you inside Erica with hurricane hunters. For nearly 2 decades, these men and women have flown into every hurricane posing a threat to the United States.
And tonight, as they flew through Erica in the Caribbean, they took a few minutes to speak with News Channel 5's Jason Hackett, and he's live now in our feed room with their perspective. Jason.
Yeah, Michael and Kelly, pretty cool work they're doing up there. I talked with them just a few hours ago. They're the Tampa-based hurricane hunters, and they were flying inside the storm. This is one of the many tools that they use. It's called a dropson, and basically they dropped it into the storm every 7 minutes to gather pressure, temperature, humidity, wind direction, and wind speed. And so far, the results are encouraging. A powerful side of Mother Nature few get to see. This is a picture of Erica taken inside a hurricane hunter a few days ago. Flight meteorologist Jack Parrish is seeing the same thing tonight.
We're out here on the clear part of the storm north of Haiti.
Parrish talking to me via sat phone tonight from 45,000 feet high, cruising at a smooth 460 miles per hour. This is the kind of jet he's flying in tonight, and he says the view from up here is changing.
It's sort of like half of a storm, and that's very unhealthy for storms and very healthy for people who live in Florida.
Parrish says what they see so far is a storm struggling to hang on, much like Danny before it. He says Erica can't stand up to other forces of nature.
Really dry air from the Saharan desert and the upper level wind shear, those two factors have been knocking the punch out of anything that's been trying to come across the Atlantic.
This is another Hurricane Hunter aircraft, but it's the same setup Parrish has tonight. All of the data and forecasts, the result of hours of stressful, delicate work. It's a job that has been enhanced and even revolutionized by better technology.
The quality of stuff that we can send out of the airplane can now be assimilated and worked with so much better than it could 10 years ago.
Parrish says his team is getting more accurate, high-resolution computer models as a result, giving researchers a better handle on intensity forecasts. However, he says there's still room to grow.
This is not a perfect science yet, but every year we go out here, we're trying to make it a little bit closer to perfect.
Now, Parrish says we aren't in the clear just yet. He says there are no guarantees it will stay this disorganized, but he says Erica is moving into a very, quote, hostile environment. Back to you.
Jason, thank you. WPTV News Channel 5 back in 60 seconds. Flooding concerns, what's being done across our region to help prevent any flooding if Erica does send some heavy rains our way.
And ISIS recruiting, the Florida college where students say they're being targeted by recruiters trying to gain support for the terrorist group.
The new track is out from the Hurricane Center on Erica, although looking impressive tonight, and torrential rains over Haiti. This storm could weaken overnight and Saturday. The forecast track and its impacts on our area coming up.
It's your time to save big at Palm Beach Toyota during the annual clearance event. Don't miss out on our Liquidación sale, like the new Corolla. Buy for just $13,777. Our Liquidación sale is on during the annual clearance event at Palm Beach Toyota.
It's amazing what you can do for your business with a click these days. Just click to save on office furniture. Just click to save on supplies. And now, just click to save up to $500 a year on your energy bill when you schedule a free FPL Business Energy Evaluation. Together, we can find new ways to save energy and make your bill even lower. Go to fpl.com/easy to save and just click to schedule your evaluation today.
It's your time to save big at Palm Beach Toyota during the annual clearance event. Don't miss out on our Liquidación sale. Try the bold new Camry. Buy for just $17,977. Our Liquidación sale is on during the annual clearance event at Palm Beach Toyota.
As we keep an eye on Erica, livestock breeders are preparing for any eventuality.
That's right. Rain and flooding, anytime we get it, can have a major effect on farm animals. News Channel 5's Michelle Casada live in Loxahatchee Groves, where many people remain vigilant. Michelle?
Michael Kelly, the owner of Joshua Tree Stables, says this canal just 100 feet from his property worries him. During Tropical Storm Isaac 3 years ago, it was on the brink of overflowing. He's prepping his stables for whatever Erica may bring.
Here you go, bud. There's no storm that will catch Keith Harris by surprise.
After doing it a number of years, you have pretty much set a routine. Callie.
He runs Joshua Tree Stables in Loxahatchee Groves.
Here you go, girl.
Harris boards and looks after 10 horses that eat around the clock.
We are stocking up on hays and grains.
Ahead of hurricane season, Harris makes sure he has a working generator to power the place and enough water in his reservoir.
You give them hay, you leave the fans blowing to keep the mosquitoes away, you turn on the stereo out there, and they're happy folks.
Harris says the stable was built high enough to be flood resistant.
The key in taking care of the horses is their feet must be dry.
Tropical Storm Isaac didn't flood his stable in 2012, but its rains did drench the grounds around it. His horses didn't have much space to walk and get exercise.
Canals were almost overflowing. This entire property, except for our arenas and our barn, were under 10, 12, 13 inches of water.
The next 24 to 48 hours will tell if he'll have to lock the place down.
It's just a matter of just maintaining a very garden-type atmosphere, and everything becomes a missile in a storm.
Again, we don't know how much of an impact, if any, we'll have from Erica, but Animal Care and Control is urging livestock owners to move their animals to higher ground if they're in an area that's prone to flooding. Make sure they're secured or sheltered. Reporting live from Loxahatchee Groves, Michelle Casada, WPTV News Channel 5.
South Florida, of course, crisscrossed with canals and locks. Flood control always the focus in storm season, and Erica, of course, is no different. I decided to grab my smartphone to take a quick look tonight. At Spillway Park in West Palm Beach, the fishing is slow and easy. But the water is running fast and hard. Billions of gallons worth of water being flushed toward the waiting ocean from canals and locks spanning our 5-county community. The South Florida Water Management District is taking no chances with flood control when a rainmaker like Erica is on the move. I'm here with Mason Forbes. And Mason, is it better fishing when the spillway's open?
Yes, 100%. I think that this storm coming through is really going to bring some bait fish down to the spillway.
A tranquil Friday night in anticipation of a windy and rainy Sunday and Monday to come.
A developing story out of Lake Park tonight where deputies are investigating a deadly shooting. It happened a little before 5:30 near 5th Street and Date Palm Drive, not far from US 1. Deputies tell us the victim was targeted. So far, there's no information being released about any suspects. In Martin County, a 69-year-old woman is in the hospital tonight after driving her car literally into her Palm City home. Deputies tell us that she was unconscious behind the wheel when rescue crews arrived. They believe she suffered some sort of medical episode.
Right now, students at a Florida technical college claim they're being recruited, in some cases, to join ISIS. The students say they were first contacted on social media by people claiming to be affiliated with the Islamic group. The school's president says 3 people even showed up on campus and handed out flyers. Tonight, the FBI is investigating. A Florida father is on a mission to fight drug use, he says, and he's taking his fight to the University of Central Florida, saying students should be randomly drug tested. Timeshare mogul David Siegel's daughter died from a drug overdose. He met with the UCF president to discuss random testing of students. Siegel calls it a productive meeting, but he did not convince university officials. It won't be long before we see marijuana nurseries in our state, and tonight, one step closer to that, we are told. State health leaders selecting 3 people today who will choose 5 locations in Florida to become the first legal marijuana growers, all part of a bill signed by the governor last year allowing limited medical marijuana use for children with a severe form of epilepsy.
In the Weather Center now with Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel. And Steve, I have to tell you, I learned something this week as we followed Erica. Steve mentioned a couple of nights ago about a windshield wiper effect.
The wiper effect, yes.
And I don't think I've ever heard of that in all my years of being here during hurricanes.
Well, it comes up at hurricane conferences all the time because it's a dilemma with the Hurricane Center. The tracks come out, they're to the west, and then 6 hours later, they're back to the east. And what they do is they don't shift their tracks all the way back to the east. They kind of go to a halfway point because they don't want those tracks going back and forth and back and forth all the time. It's just the nature of the computer tracks, and that one of the difficulties in forecasting this storm. The other, and they mentioned it in their discussion tonight, is yesterday some of the models, some of the best models in the world, and these models are worth millions of dollars. They're run on the best computers in the world. We're forecasting a major hurricane, and here we have what's left. It's just a fizzle of clouds and some heavy rain across Haiti. Pretty amazing that even with the best technology in the world, it's still very difficult to predict some storms.
Shows how hard it is.
Yeah, it is difficult, and some are trickier than others. And actually, Michael and I were talking earlier in this week about how the computer models handle well-developed hurricanes and tropical storms better than this type of disorganized shower and thunderstorm and convection. And that's one of the reasons that we've had such a difficulty forecasting just how much this will intensify. Anyway, the official forecast track tonight has the winds at 45. It's moved off this peninsula in Haiti, and it's now moving across open water once again. It's tough to find a low-level center. That's been one of the issues the last couple of days. If you can't find that core to the tropical storm, you have to decide where it might be most likely. And that's been a tricky part of this for the last 3 days at least. They picked a point tonight. They run the computer models off that point. Tomorrow, most of those models now dissipate this off the north coast of Haiti. The Hurricane Center wants to watch until about 5 or 11 a.m. tomorrow to see what it looks like in this area before they issue any kind of watches for the Keys and perhaps southwest Florida as this moves closer. The official forecast has a tropical storm that would warrant tropical storm watches and warnings, but they want to see what it looks like tomorrow morning before they do that. Normally, they would do it right now. They would have done it at 5 o'clock, but they want to wait and see what it looks like. The track and the cone has shifted more west now. Not surprising, considering the model runs that came in tonight, and pretty much all our viewing area is out of this cone, just on the outer fringes. Worst case scenario here would be a track along the western side of the lake. I mean, that is still possible, but as we run through day after day and the tracks continue to shift west, it's certainly an optimistic sign. And really the models, most of them, they don't even make it out another day or two. They bring this to an open wave on the eastern tip of Cuba tomorrow. So high wind shear is what we have to thank for keeping this weak. It does get a little more favorable off the Keys, and that's why the official forecast has a tropical storm developing once again. But the Hurricane Center is the first ones to admit that that may not happen, and that's why they're watching to see what it looks like tomorrow morning. No watches have been posted for Florida. We do have tropical storm watches all the way up into Grand Bahama, Abaco, and down around Andros and Nassau. So here's what we can expect. Tomorrow looks great. Typical summer weather here, light breeze, possible tropical storm watch, probably not for this area, but maybe the Keys and southwest Florida. Sunday, we will see a lot of clouds around. As this approaches us, we get the high clouds coming in, we get some of the outer rain bands possibly, and some breezy to gusty winds. And Monday, that's a key moment, depending on how close it is. Certainly cloudy and breezy. Winds could pick up at 20, maybe 25 miles an hour, perhaps stronger. And we are looking at those outer bands working in too. Tonight, showers lingering. They'll taper off soon. Clearing sky. Morning sunshine, afternoon storms for your Saturday. Pretty good day to get outside. There will be some strong storms popping up in the afternoon. Sunday and Monday. Sunday doesn't look too bad now with the track now shifted. Monday unsettled, and we still have the potential for some heavier rains starting Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. We'll keep you up to date on that. Back in a moment.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by El Dorado Furniture.
I guided South Florida through Francis, Jean, and Wilma. So as Erica approaches, it's critical you don't let your guard down. Storm Team 5 brings you new information around the clock as tracks and intensity change. Whatever happens with the storm, we'll keep you prepared. Get new information on our app, on WPTV.com, and in your feeds before, during, and after Erica. Trust Storm Team 5. WPTV News Channel 5, dedicated to keeping you safe.
Let Wallace Hyundai put you on the road to savings in a new Sonata for only $99 a month. Or buy a new Sonata at 0% for 75 months. Follow the road to Wallace Hyundai in Stewart.
Nowhere else but Wallace.
You're right. Time for new tires. With your appointment, we'll install them in less than 59 minutes, or you get $59 back and a free oil change.
Sounds good.
The 59-minute quick tire install. Guaranteed every day with an appointment. You can even time us. That's another plus from Tires Plus.
Lease a BMW 320i sedan for $369 a month with zero due at signing.
During the Labor Day sale, discover tremendous values on everything you need to sleep. Save 10 to 20% below the sale prices of our competitors and take advantage of interest-free financing until 2018.
Sleep better and save more. Only at City Mattress.
This summer, we've helped a lot of people get into the Honda they'd been searching for.
Nice wheels.
Right back at you. Aw, you guys. There's not much time left. The Honda Summer Clearance event ends soon. There's never been a better time to get into the new Honda you've had your eye on. Everyone happy? Yay!
It's your last chance to find a great deal at the Honda Summer Clearance event.
During the Road to Savings event at Wallace Hyundai, you can cruise up US 1 in a stylish yet fuel-efficient Elantra at a cost-efficient price of only $13,995. Start your travels at WallaceHyundaiofStewart.com.
Nowhere else but Wallace.
Now, ESPN 106.3 and News Channel 5 present Football Night in South Florida.
Kickoff Classic, such a tease. Give me the good stuff. Football Night in South Florida presented by Papa John's. Our Week 1 showdown featuring a very young program on the rise, Oxbridge Academy, in its first season of play in the FHSAA. Expectations, though, sky high. T-Wolves striking fast, doing work against Gulliver Prep tonight. A 15-play opening drive. Angelo Navaroli capping it off with a 15-yard touchdown pass to Derek McDonald. Hashtag strike fast. It's a 6-0 lead. Defense playing unreal football, recording not one but two safeties in the first quarter. Then in the second, Antavius Lane returning the interception 30 yards to the house. T-Wolves all day, 46-0. A huge top fiver in Del Rey. 4th-ranked Atlantic hosting number 5 Wellington. Opening drive. Wolves going to work. Blake Diva, that Diva fever, up top to Amon Richards, 42-yard touchdown for the Miami commit. 7-0 Wellington. But Atlantic with an arsenal of weapons in the backfield. First, it's Jared Ferguson busting through the line. Peace out. 28-yard score. We're tied up at 7. Second quarter, Dontavius Monroe's turn, breaking a pair of tackles, and then the sweet cutback inside, 47 yards of the house. It's 14-7. Eagles ain't messing around, hammering Wellington 49-7. All right, Royal Palm, just outside our top 10 rankings, hosting number 9 Glade Central. Raiders bringing it early, already up 7-0. Second drive of the game, and Shaquithius Vickers flying down inside the 5, a 35-yard run. 2 plays later, he's going to finish the job. Glade Central up 14-0 after 1 quarter, and then just before the break, Vickers cannot be stopped. His second of the evening, 21-6 at halftime. Central with the win, 34-20. We have extended highlights from those games, much more, including in-depth analysis from ESPN 106.3's Wells Dusenberry. Our Ian Hess joins me, WPTV.com, right after the show for Friday Football Fever Overtime.
That was a nice taster, though. That's good stuff.
Oh, baby, that's just the appetizer, Michael.
The main course coming up. Back in a moment.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Ed Morse is gonna save you.
It's Toyota's annual clearance at Edmore's Delray Toyota. Rush in for our lowest prices of the year. Lease new Camrys $99 a month or buy for $18,988. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
The Mercedes-Benz summer event is here. Now get the unmistakable thrill and the incredible rush of the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted. But you better get here fast.
Hey, Daddy's here.
Here you go, honey.
Thank you.
Because a good thing like this won't last forever. See your authorized dealer for an incredible offer on the exhilarating C300 Sports Sedan. But hurry, offers end August 31st.
Be part of the kingdom. Offers available now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
This is the dawn of an old day. Because AT&T and DirecTV are offering yesterday's technology today. TV from space. As long as it's not too rainy. Or windy. Or there isn't a branch in the way. Welcome to the moment no one's been waiting for.
The fastest internet and the best TV experience is already here with X1, only from Xfinity.
Nissan Altima. With up to 270 horsepower, blind spot warning, and premium interior. For a limited time, lease Altima just $179 per month, or save up to $35.25. Altima, the ride you can always rely on. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Innovation that excites.
To Edmore's Delray Toyota for Toyota's annual clearance event. Save today with our lowest prices of the year on new Toyotas. Get new RAV4s, $129 a month lease, or buy for $21,488. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
So here's the look of the new track. If this survives crossing Cuba, it will more than likely redevelop as a tropical storm. The track is shifted farther west, and so has that air cone. You'll notice our complete viewing area is out of that air cone now. Nice to see. Okeechobee's very close to it, but that is a good trend. Saturday looks great. Sunday overall looks good too. Monday could be very soggy with some heavy rains.
Thanks for holding down the fort for us this week. Great job.
Have a good one, everyone. Good night.
Night.
It's that time of year when smart shoppers make their move. Schumacher's summer sell down. Sign and drive Buick Encore for $189 a month, 0 down. Plus there's 0% APR for 60 months. Only at Schumacher.
Nice. Chevy has great deals this summer. Which works the best with your budget?
I'm drawn to the 0%. 0%? $1,000 cash back. $1,000 is the best option in my opinion. Okay, yeah, I think that too.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something that's super cool. You can choose any one of these deals on any of these cars.
Seriously?
Choose this Silverado All-Star with a total value of $8,000 when you finance through select lenders, and find your bonus tag and get $2,000 cash allowance on select Silverado crew cabs in stock. See your South Florida Chevy dealer.
I thought you said they got a Buick.
I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So your dad let you borrow the
Buick, Mr. Simmons. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating, so there's nothing to worry about. My grandpa used to drive a Buick. I don't think that's what he's worried about.
That's not your grandpa.
Now get the best of the remaining 2015s with up to $6,000 total cash back on Buick sedans in stock the longest.
Honda, I like it.
It's
Honda Summer Clearance Event. Award-winning Honda Accords. The #1 selling sedans are on clearance. Accords cost $2,600 less than the competition. Drive your Accord with zero due-at-lease signing or pay just $189 a month. And Accords come fully loaded with Pandora, Bluetooth, and rear-view camera. Accords, $189 a month or zero due-at-lease signing. Don't miss the Honda Summer Clearance Event at your South Florida Honda dealers.
It's H.H. Gregg's Labor Day sale. For the first time ever, get 0 down, 0 interest for 36 months. Up to 35% off. A washer or dryer, $2.99. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery.
Gregg's got it. Time's running out on Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale. Now save even more on affordable German engineering in Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Lease new Volkswagens at our lowest payments this year from $119 a month or 0 down. Passat or the Tiguan SUV, your choice. $159 a month or 0 down. Or buy new Volkswagens with 0% for 72 months. Plus get $1,000 cash back. But hurry, time's running out on Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale.
You can get 0% APR financing during our annual clearance event.
Seriously?
Seriously. 0% APR on a bunch of Toyotas.
Seriously?
Seriously. Only happens once a year.
Seriously?
Seriously? Seriously?
Seriously.
Right now at the Toyota Annual Clearance Event. Get a low 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2015 Toyota Corolla. That's just 0% APR.
She's all yours.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Toyota, let's go places.
Technology is making the things around us smarter than ever before. It's making our day-to-day easier. And now, what powers those things is Smart 2. With the smart technology behind FPL's online energy dashboard, you can keep track of your energy use. And when you take the free online home energy survey, you'll see where you're using the most energy and find smart, new ways to save up to $250 a year. Visit fpl.com/easy to save and learn how to make your bill even lower.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.